Howdy music lovers, Tom from Blakgraz here. That is part or the beginning of my song Blaine and Jenn, and it's actually kind of cool to be playing this song for y'all on this video because we are back in San Antonio and Blaine and Jenn are from this area. That's where I was inspired to write that song originally. So they're actually famous now. We've been traveling for over a year and a half through 22 different states playing that song night after night after night after night. And so Blaine and Jenn, if you're watching this, y'all are officially famous. So the guitar that I'm playing tonight actually is a little bit different. This is another custom build guitar by Vaughn out of Austin, Texas. And it's kind of neat because I don't know what this model is called. And it's actually Vaughn's personal guitar.
I think it's his Wolf style because it's similar to Sandy, who you don't have right now.
No.
The body.
No, this is like a telly body.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Wolf is more rounded and doesn't have this hump up here. And plus, it's almost like siding on a house, if you can see. It's like barn siding or something with paint, and it's super, super heavy. This is a heavy guitar, and it sounds amazing. I know we got some video, so that's really what I was going to talk to you all about, is we got to visit Vaughn, and I know you saw a video of us talking with him in his man cave, the research and development room for custom build guitars. So since he's working on Tiff, my Strat, Sandy, the Wolf, and Stella, the Model T, and also on Betty, the 80s Strat body, he lent me this guitar and another Betty similar Strat body from the 80s Sunburst to use in the meantime until he can get those worked on for me, which is super generous. I mean, he didn't have to give me anything, but I think he just enjoys seeing his guitars played by people all over the country, you know, and he's got other folks that are doing the same thing that we're doing for him too. And it was just really exciting to be able to borrow this guitar that, you know, the one and only Mr. Vaughn Shannon actually plays when he goes out and plays at night with his band. So he's not just a guitar builder, he actually goes and plays too. So he knows, you know, a lot of the time what we're all looking for, what the professional musicians are looking for.
So if you're ever in Austin area, keep an eye out for Dad Band.
Is that the name of it?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Dad Band.
His dad band? I thought it was just like all dads that were in a band.
Yeah, but they call themselves Dad Band.
Is that
or
really
something.
the name?
Yeah.
That's so cool. What a cool name. So I guess it's called Dad Band. So watch out for that when you're in the Austin area. I don't know what they play. I have to check them out. I want to go see them live, actually, since we're in the area for a while. Maybe he can do a show.
Vaughn likes to rock out on guitar, so I can only imagine.
He actually does. He's kind of on the heavier side, too. I think he does a lot of 90s alternative and stuff like that. But his guitars are so amazing and so flexible and so durable, which is one of the things that we talked about. Was that, you know, I'm back after a year and a half of beating those things up, and they need a little bit of work, but not really a whole lot. So it speaks volumes to how well they weather going in and out of, you know, cold and heat and wet and in a camper and driving around and being thrown in a closet and back up onto stage and tossed around on stage and beat up. And I really do. I was explaining to him how I'll use these switches to get kind of different warbling effects with sounds. And in fact, Martha got some really good footage of us playing around with some of his amps too, so you can hear what this guitar sounds like through an amp too. So it's amazing how everything he makes just sounds so good. It was kind of cool too. I taught Vaughn the chords for Down at Dave's Place when we did the video in his jam room. So we dedicated that song, Down at Dave's Place, to Dave Pendergraft down at JD's Southside. That's where actually you can pick up the custom build guitars in store, or you can order from his website online too. But this thing is a monster. I mean, it's another one where I think, you know, I have to give it back because this is his baby that he plays with. So but man, it feels incredible, and I love the neck. And he's actually going to put my Strat has a kill switch on it that I installed years and years ago, so he's going to put a kill switch on Stella and on Betty, because they have pick guards that'll make it easy to route out to the horn to put in the switch, because it needs to be out there from, you know, I'm swinging my hand around. I got to be careful if there's something here. I don't want to hit my hand because that hurts. I've done it on the one that I have, so I've learned to kind of work around that. But anyway, it was really amazing to see Vaughn in person again after so long. I mean, we got back to Texas and it kind of what felt like a big hurry. We were in Vicksburg, Mississippi playing at Key City and had such a great time. Oh, speaking of which, I'm wearing my Angry Troll t-shirt tonight again. I think that's North Carolina, right?
Elkin, North Carolina. Don't get angry.
Don't get angry.
Get
thirsty.
It's a good blue for with Vaughn's blue guitar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But howdy to everybody in Elkin, especially Jeff and Beth, and of course everybody at Angry Troll. But we played at Key City in Vicksburg and had such a good time. And then we drove a bit. Next thing I knew, I was in Texas. And it was so weird for it to happen that fast. Now, mind you, once you're in Texas, it seems like you can never get out of it. It's so big. But it was just suddenly we were back. Hey, we're back in Texas. This is really cool. And then the next thing I knew, we were in Waco, and then we were in Austin visiting Vaughn, and now we're down in San Antonio, home. And man, it just seems to be going by so fast every day. Obviously there's stuff that's going on, and every day there's, you know, something else, bookings or songs that I'm working on, or, you know, working on Rufus and all of that stuff, or just visiting Vaughn. We're going to go down and visit Dave Pendergraft at JD Southside too. Hey, and make sure you check out on January 3rd, if you're in San Antonio, come down and say hi. We're going to be there just shaking hands and saying hey to everybody and answering questions about what it's like being on the road all the time.
Well, and I'd say we're back in Texas, but we have land but no house. So that's why
Right.
we're filming in Rufus. He is our full-time home.
Yeah.
We visited storage temporarily yesterday.
Yeah.
Got some things, put some things back in.
Yeah.
And then that's what we were working on, which we'll do another video on that. But
It was, yeah, so we have land in Texas but no house, so we are committed to getting Blakgraz off the ground. And thanks to folks like you, it actually seems like it's starting to happen. Our numbers are starting to take off, and we had a really great live on Tuesday. I had a lot of fun on that. You know, in fact, I think one of my favorite things was being able to actually answer questions in a live situation. Not just, it's fun for me to play the songs on a Tuesday in the midweek and change them to acoustic. That's fun. But what was really nice was there was this one fella, Norman, I think it was, who actually was asking some really insightful questions, had nice, kind words to say. It was just fun to be able to share what we're doing with y'all in that kind of format. Now, I'd rather do it in person, mind you, of course. It's always better at a show and to meet you and speak with you in person. But if you can't make it to a show because you're, you know, I've got fans in England, we've got fans in India, we've got fans in Africa, South Africa, we actually have fans in China and Russia too. And then all over the US and Canada and down into, you know, Brazil and Colombia.
Because TikTok says you'll be famous next week.
Yeah, TikTok says we're going to be famous by next week. So make sure you tell all your friends, because everybody who helps spread the word will be invited to a big celebration concert for free. So, but anyway, we've got fans all over the world, and it's really kind of exciting to every week to be able to have folks kind of come in and ask questions and say what they think, or maybe even eventually request a Blakgraz tune that they like. You know, that'd be cool. Just make sure it's one I know.
Or one that can be played on acoustic, because some don't sound the same.
Well, you know, there's like Witch Doctor, which I can't really do on acoustic. I could sing it, but I can't do it on acoustic. I guess I could. I'd have to tune down to see. But then there's also My Life with Matthias and Deve, which it has Angelo Marzelli on it, and he sings the chorus, and Matthias does the rap, and I just play the music. Or Little Mama I did with Matthias, and that's all Matthias singing and rapping. Or songs like Lost and Found, or
Booty Goes Pop.
Well, Lost and Found is Samir Prentice, and I don't sing on that one. I mean, I do 9 Days, and I do Tonight Is All Your Life, because those are great live tunes. I used to play Close Your Eyes too, and those are all her songs, and the Close Your Eyes I actually did as a duet with her. But the one I did with Matthias the first time ever was a song called Booty Goes Pop, and I don't know what he's rapping. I can't rap like him at all. I can barely rap at all, and I tried it on that song. It seemed to be okay, and he liked it. So who knows, you know, those would be kind of tricky for me to pull off. Or even like a song, a really old song like Nothing You Can Do to Stop Me. I haven't played that song in so long, I'd have to actually practice it. So if you requested it on one week, I would practice it and relearn it for the next live to be able to play it for you. So, I mean, I've got 113 songs published, and I only get time in a 3-hour or 4-hour show to do about 60 to 70 songs. So there's this big chunk of music that just almost never gets played.
And that doesn't count the ones that you have that are stage ready but not radio ready yet.
Yeah, the new songs that I haven't finished. So there's about 6 songs now that I'm playing live that are not finished studio versions, and then there's about 4 or 5 songs that have not been turned into backing tracks yet. So there's like this progression of, oh, I've got it, I know what I want to play and what I want to do and how I want it to sound when I play live. Okay, now I can play it live, and I play it for a while. Okay, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put this solo in here, I'm going to change this over here, and then I record the studio version, and it goes up and is published for everybody here on all the streaming services and on my website and stuff. But so that's kind of the process that seems to work best for me. I know there's a lot of folks that do it a whole bunch of different ways, but I like that better, because then I can see how people respond to each new song too, and what I need to do to change them to get their attention better, right? To grab their attention. So basically that's what's going on. You know, it was such a joy. It was like seeing an old friend that we hadn't seen in 15 years, even though it was only a year and a half. Vaughn coming out and guiding us into his development. It was so funny because Rufus is huge and loud with that straight pipe, and their development's real quiet and pristine, and trees and little driveways with you barely fit a car or a truck into it, right? And Rufus is 35 feet long. He's like, just park in the driveway. No, he's not going to fit in the driveway. I would be right up on somebody's front window, looking down from the steering wheel into their living room watching TV, So we found like a multi-parking spot up further and walked back down to his house. But that was fun. So seeing Vaughn, and of course getting to play this beautiful instrument for a while is even cool. Even if I don't get to use it for a show, just being able to practice on it has been such a joy. Yeah, it's his guitars are just like butter. They're like butter. Anyway, so I hope that kind of gives you a heads up on what's going on. We are back in Texas, and we're going to be in and out of Texas for January, and then a little bit north and west for February, and then back into Texas for March, and then we'll be heading our way back up toward the East Coast again through all of our favorite hangouts and all you wonderful people. I can't wait to see everybody again next spring and next summer. It's going to be really, really cool. 2026 is turning out to be a very exciting year. So that's it for now with the updates. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you check out all the links down below. We've got CDs for sale and merch on sale for online. We also have merch at shows. Don't forget, we've got handmade t-shirts and emotional support beverage koozies with Blakgraz on them too. Live at shows, and actually you always have a chance to win one too if you come to a live show. But more than anything, just thank you for listening and supporting and all the kind words. And I look forward to seeing more of y'all in those Tuesday lives. I'm really enjoying those, and we're going to keep doing them. It's just fun. It's good practice for me, but it's really fun to have that interaction.
Well, we also, now with being back, we were able to hit storage, which I'll maybe do a quick video, like snapshot next time we're there. But we were able to grab some tools, so now we can connect and do it instead of off the computer. We can from the phone and be more up close. We can hook directly up to your one mic, so
Right.
for better quality for sound.
Yeah, we're trying to build out it so that the live has a better sound quality. The computer does a decent job and it sounds all right, but I have a microphone that does actually connect to the phone, which is what I use to record with. So we're going to try and experiment with that and see how that comes out. So stick around, it might be a lot of fun. In the meantime, I would really love to see every one of you out to a show sometime live. So comment down below where you think we should come and play, and I'll look forward to seeing you then and shaking your hand. Thanks, everybody.